I'm gonna talk about 3 things that are killing your forehand, my forehand, in either distance, accuracy, being more consistent, all of those things. Let's get into it. All right, so that clump of trees that I'm having in the middle of the screen is 480 feet away. That's kind of my aiming point. Before I get too far in the video, do me a huge favor, subscribe. Also, go check out Disc Golf Deals. Use the link below, get 10% off your entire order. They got an awesome selection of discs. And also go check out Squatch. Use this promo code ZACH28 and you can get free shipping on your bag. We're gonna keep this short and simple and sweet. Quick backstory on me. I used to only throw forehands. When I first started disc golf, that's all I did. Did not throw backhands. My backhand was atrocious, so I only stuck with forehands. A buddy and I went out and played a really big course, and I just destroyed my forehand that day, throwing as hard as I could. One of the throws, I did something, I tweaked my elbow, and ever since then, I've been real susceptible to golfer's elbow, which is in the inside of the elbow. Tennis elbow's on the outside. But I think that's right, don't quote me on it. But I got golfer's elbow on the inside of my elbow, and if I don't wear this sleeve, I can develop definitely some irritation there. I'm fine, I'm healthy, everything's good. I just wear this more for just preserving my elbow and keeping it from getting further injured. There's a couple things I've done recently to change my forehand to help me with longevity. And in that process, whether you're doing backhand or forehand, whatever you're doing, if you're ever tweaking your form, there's always pain involved in that. And not physical pain, but pain as far as not being comfortable or not being confident in your throw. And right now, I'm just not really confident in my forehand. And we're gonna talk about the things that I'm doing wrong right now that are making my forehand really lazy, inconsistent. I'm losing distance, I'm losing accuracy, losing a lot of things because of it. And the first one is I'm dipping my elbow. I'm not committed in my throw, which causes me to release the disc nose up or on hyzer. And I will tell you why I do those mistakes. The one is I'm trying to release it on hyzer. I want to have a pushing hyzer forehand, and for whatever reason, I dip my elbow when I do that, and it is not good for the throw. I'm either gonna be short of the basket. If you're a right-hand forehand player, you're gonna be left of your intended target, right of your intended target, and that's not really a good thing. That's gonna affect your accuracy for sure. If you're throwing the disc nose up and on hyzer, and you're not 100% committed on the angle out of your hand, you're definitely not gonna be consistent. So right now, I'm dipping my elbow, nose up, and slightly on hyzer. It's not a good habit to be in. Just like on backhand, you don't want to dip your elbow and then come up. You're gonna be releasing exact same thing. Right hand, backhand, releasing on hyzer, you're gonna be left of your intended target, probably short of your basket, nose up. The nose of your disc is very important, whether that's forehand or backhand. And if you're dipping your elbow, more than likely that nose angle is not where it needs to be. Second thing, and this kind of goes hand in hand with the first one, is a good follow through. If I'm committed and I am pushing through the disc and I'm aiming and I'm really following through, my shots are way more consistent. Just like on a backhand, if you release a follow through and your hand goes up, more than likely you're gonna be doing a hyzer. If you're releasing it up, that's gonna be on a hyzer. If you're releasing it flat, the disc is gonna be essentially flat. And then if you come down and you come over on the disc is coming out with an anhyzer. Just like on a forehand, if you're pulling the disc through and your hand's following downward, you're probably chopping over on it, which is totally okay if you take an overstable disc, but generally not the best thing unless you're trying to do a specific shot. Another shot, if you're following through across your body, should be a flat release, and then if you're coming up away, it's going to be with a hyzer. And so So second point, help with your nose angle. Make sure you're committed on your shot and make sure you're following through in the correct directed path. The last thing I think is really overlooked, but it's super important for me. I've tried multiple different grips, and the one that works for me the best is my power grip. I'm not gonna show you all of the grips, but a power grip, I have this finger tucked on the rim. My middle finger is where the flight plate meets the rim. It's nestled in there nice and tight. And then this knuckle sits on the bottom part of the rim. But I don't want to show you all the grips. You can go look up videos where people have all kinds of different grips. But find out what's comfortable, because if you're getting a lot of wobble out of your hand, you're gonna be losing accuracy, distance, consistent. You're gonna lose all of it with that. So you wanna work on getting a very good clean release. And in order to do that, I feel like you need to have the right disc and the right grip. A lot of people release their discs on hyzer. Some people are good at releasing them flat. Some people release them with anhyzer. I've gotten better at not having such a overstable disc, chopping it. I think that's part of the reason why I hurt my elbow, is I took a disc and I just really tried to hammer over on it and I just messed it up. So I've been kind of tweaking my form to have a more of a flat release, more so than an anhyzer. But it's just a part of my game that I'm trying to work on, is I want to have a easier time getting distance. And if you take an understable disc on a hyzer, you can get it to flip up and turn and hold the turn longer, and you can probably definitely get a lot more flight with a neutral disc or an understable disc versus an overstable disc hammering over on it. So as part of the reason why I've made this video is because I'm trying to tweak my forehand, and I've had people in the comments comment and say, your forehand's not very good. And so it clearly is good. I threw that disc 450 feet, but the problem is my consistency. And so that's the whole reason why we're out here today, is I want to help you guys and I want to help myself, remind myself of some things I'm doing wrong. Hope this video helped you guys out. Yeah, that's why the whole reason I'm out here today, is to get better. That's what we're all out here to do, is get better, definitely be more consistent, more accurate, and get more distance. Who doesn't want those three things? So I'm gonna try to actually forehand a trail, put it on some hyzer, see what happens. This is a work in progress, so don't judge me. But it's something I wanna get better at. Be sure to subscribe, by the way. I'm gonna grow the channel. Here we go. Trail on a hyzer. Something that does help, if you are a person that throws your disc real choppy, if you just bend over more, that will help release the disc on hyzer instead of trying to take your arm and drop it low. So I don't know, it's all a work in process. It's all a game of angles. Thank you guys for watching. Until I catch you in the next one, go in peace and be blessed.